Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to talk about using Facebook to retarget the people that are in your database. And this is a success meetup. We do this every Tuesdays, Wednesday, and Thursdays at 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. So if you're watching this later on YouTube and want to join us live and ask questions, you can scan that QR code on the screen and you can register for any additional, or excuse me, any future success meetups that we have going on. And so today, like I said, we're going to be talking about retargeting your database, and we're going to do that in two different ways. In Facebook, you can make what's called custom audiences, and we are going to be doing a custom audience for people who have been to your website. But we're also going to be doing custom audience for people that are in your database because that's not always the same thing, right? So people might have gone to your website and not signed up, and then there are people that are in your database, like your sphere and your past clients and all those people that you put in there, which you should have put in there. And you're sending them stuff to kind of stay top of mind, but they've never actually been to your website, maybe. So we want to be able to target both of those different kinds of people. So today we're going to show you how to make those custom audiences. And then we're going to make a Facebook ad that is relevant to all of those people, and it's just a good top of mind thing. And so today I want to give a shout out to my good friend Sean Skinner, who is a real estate agent here in Portland, who has graciously allowed me to use his Facebook account, his ad account, to do this. And also he recorded a video talking about the market in Portland that he is going to we're going to use for the ad. And so let me just pull over a couple of things. So I'm going to take this away. I'm going to put this over here. Oopsies. And let's see. So I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to put this in the chat. So um, I did a right here. I did a success meetup a couple months back about creating a market update video template in Canva that you can stick your face onto, and you can create these. So this is what Sean did, and I'll put this in the chat for you guys so that you have it. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's going to be down in the description. So if you want to make the video that we're going to put in this ad, watch this. I don't couldn't do this plus all of this today in 1 hour. So if you want to look at how to make that video, I would definitely do that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Facebook ads, and we're going to create an ad. But before we create this ad, we are going to make a couple of audiences. So the first audience we're going to make is we're going to make an audience that is everyone that's been to your website. Now, I'm not going to actually do that with Sean's account because we just set up his pixel today. And so because of that, we don't have any information yet. But if you don't have your pixel set up, I'm going to actually show you a couple different accounts. First account I'm going to show you is it's my account. Let's find it here. Uh, this one that I just kind of made. But if you don't have a pixel, I'm going to show you how to set that up in KV Core right now. So the way that you want to do it is you want to go up into your little hamburger here, and you're going to go to Events Manager, and you're going to connect your website, your KV Core website, to um, your KV or to your Facebook, so that it can basically track every time someone goes to your website. So I'm going to click Connect Data, and you are going to want to connect a web page. So this data set might be Heather's website visitors, and I might create it. And you just need to put your KV Core website in here. Any KV Core website will work. There is my KV Core website. That's a good question. I was in Sean's account, but let me get into mine real fast. right here. This is my KV Core site. Just want to get the HTTPS and all that on there. You're going to want the exact site. And then you just go in here and you click, put it in, and it's just going to check it. It's always going to come up green because KV Core websites are always eligible. I'm going to hit next. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to click do it yourself. So we're going to click do it ourselves. We're going to click next. Now, this is what happened recently. There's a new conversion API in Facebook that I am not crazy familiar with. They changed the way it works. I am probably going to do a success meetup on this in the future when I get a little more information on that. But for right now, we're just going to set up our pixel. So the pixel tracks people who have been to your website. The pixel plus the conversions will track things like if they signed up as a lead or if they did a search or things like that. But they've changed it, like I said, and I'm not 100%. I don't want to give you guys bad information. So I'll probably come back at another date and go over how to do this part of it. But for now, for our purposes today, we just need the pixel set up anyway. So we're going to click on the metapixel and then we're going to say next. And what you want to do is you want to install the code manually. So I'm going to click install the code manually and it will give you this code. And all you do is you copy the code and now you have to paste it into the header section in your website. So where is that? So in KV Core, pull that over. If you go to your Web and IDX, your website manager, and you edit your settings and you scroll down to the header section, which is right here. Now you might have stuff in here already. If you had some custom work done on your website, if you put your like Calendly pop-up link in there or different things, you might already have code in there, and that is fine. Just find the end of the code and go to the next line and add the metapixel code and save it. Once that's saved, then you're good to go. You've got the pixel set up and it will start tracking everybody that comes to your site into Facebook. So Facebook's going to know based on their IP address who they are and what they did. And they're going to know that they've been to your website. So you can make an audience. You can make an audience for people who have been to your website in the last 60 days, in the last 80 days, in the last, I'm sorry, 90 days or whatever it is. And I'm going to show you actually another Facebook account. This isn't Sean's account, but this is his um, business, his brokerage's account, and they've had their pixel running for a while. So I'll show you what that ends up looking like in the end. It's going to take a minute to load because it always does when I'm zooming at the same time. But if they go to your events manager and oh, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Data sources. Here we go. Go to your data sources and you go to your pixel. So here is Realty Works Group Pixel. I don't know what this is, and that's a little strange. So I have to talk to them about that. But you can see here's all of the people that have been to the website. And they actually have their API connected to. So this is the people that were searching on their website, people that have viewed things on their website, who had just one page view, all those things. And so you can see that. Then when you have your pixels set up, you can create what's called an audience. And we've already created this for them. People who have been there in the last 60 months, people who have been there in the last 60 days, people who have been there at all sorts of different things that you can do to create an audience based on who's been to your website. So that's one audience that you can use. The second audience that you can use is you can upload everybody in your database. Because like I said, there's a bunch of people in your database, or should be, that have never even been to your website, right? So in KV Core, what you want to do, and I'm actually going to get out of my KV Core and go into Sean's KV Core, and we're going to upload it to his in just a sec. And you're going to go to your, let's see. I want to, don't want to show all of his contacts because this is actually a live account. So when you're in here, you've got first name, last name. This is your list. Sean is a company admin. So if you are a company admin and you're running this for your company, great. But if you are a single agent, which Sean also is an agent, he's going to be running this on his own personal ad account because it's his face as an agent talking to his database. He's going to go to my contacts and then he's going to, oopsie do, click, select all of them, go over to uh, more actions and export my contacts, export, and it's going to send it to his email. Now I did it already earlier today, sent it to his email, and he can send it to me. So I've got that list. So let's do it. Let's get his database into a audience for KV Core. So let's go to his account right here. So I set up his pixel earlier this week, or earlier today, so he doesn't have a bunch going on there. But when you're going to choose a data source and you're going to choose your customer list. And, oh wait, hang on, I'm in the wrong ad account. Sure, I'm in his ad account. Try this again. Here we go. So we're going to create a custom audience, a customer list. Next. And basically what we're going to want to do is you will want to send over information. It has to have at least one of these things. When you do an export from KV Core, you get a whole slew of information, which you don't really need. What you need for this is at the minimum is an email, also a phone number. And if you think about it, your phone numbers are usually cell phone numbers, which are great because in um, Facebook is going to use them to match up. So is the cell phone number that you have the same as the cell phone number on an account in Facebook? Then it's going to match it up. Is the email that you're giving them the same as the email that's in Facebook? It's going to match it up. And so when it does that, if you think about it, you know how like when you're in Facebook and you have to verify your Facebook and you got to send they send you a code, they text it to you or whatever. So most people have their cell phone numbers in Facebook already, which is a nice way to do the matching. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me get the So this is his list that came out of KV Core. You've got all this stuff, and I kind of collapsed it so we're not showing you a bunch of people's information. But really, all you need is the first name, the last name, the email, and the cell phone, because that's really what is going to do the matching. So you're going to take all of these guys and delete them. And then, oh, this guy too. Delete. And the rest of these guys I'm going to delete. You don't need it for this particular situation. And so now we've just got first name, last name, email, and cell phone. So I'm going to save that. What do I want to save it as? I want to save it as Sean's database. Let's do Sean's KV Core database, right? And you definitely want to save it as a CSV file. Save. And then now that we have it, we are going to upload it. So we're going to say next. We're going to say no to this. Customer values are kind of like a star rating or something, but that doesn't really come out on a on a export, nor does it really matter because you really just want to target all the people that are in your database. In fact, if the star value was low because they never responded to you, you'd still want to target them because you want to get some kind of response from them, right? So we're going to say next. And then we're going to upload our file. So we're going to click upload file. We're going to find that database. And then we're going to click next. And now it wants to map everything. So it's already mapped email and it's already mapped cell phone. And this would be first name. So we're going to map it over to first name. And we're going to map this one over to last name. So now all our fields are mapped. Great. We're going to import and create this audience. So let's give it a second to do that. Okay, so Sean's KV Core database is the audience there. So now let's go back to, we could, if you wanted to create an audience, you could create a custom audience. Oh wait, so that actually that is the audience, right? So it's populating right now with everything that we did as far as an audience goes, right? Uh, we are going to go back to his business manager, or his ads manager, excuse me. And we're going to now create this ad. So we're going to create the ad, hit create. And there's different objectives that you can do. So what are we really doing here? Or normally when I do a Facebook ad, I'm trying to get leads into my system. But these people are already in your system, right? So you're not going to ask them to sign up with a Facebook lead format because they're already there, right? What you really want to do is you want to get them to engage with you or you want to get them to your website. So one option is engagement, in which case it could be, you're sending them to your messenger. If you're going to do that, and that's not a bad idea. You could, make your ad say, hey, this is what's going on in the Portland market. If you have questions, or if you're looking to get started with your real estate journey, message me now, and they would click it and it would go to your Facebook Messenger. If you're going to do that, I highly recommend, um, I did a whole, what? These aren't even ours. What the heck? Is that real estate? Right here. I did a whole thing about setting up your Facebook Messenger, and it is lead capture, but really what it is, it's having a few different options when they get to your messenger that they can with one click ask a question. I'm looking to sell my house. I'm looking to buy a house. Instead of them having to type something in, then they automatically get a reply from you. Maybe it's like the your sell page where they can get their home value, or here's a list of properties or whatever. And you can always jump in and start talking to them, but at least they're getting something immediately right away. So if you decide to go that direction with this ad, highly recommend that you do that. And I will put that in the chat for you guys as well. But in this one, what we're going to do is we're going to do traffic. So what we want to do is we want to get people to click on a link in your website. And in this case, Sean made a video talking about the Portland market. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a link to a squeeze page for a market report for your website that if they want to click through to that, they can. Okay. So the other thing you can do is awareness, where they're not basically clicking on anything really. I mean, they can still click through to stuff, but it's just kind of for awareness. But I don't know when they take some kind of action, so I'm going to go with traffic. I'm going to hit continue. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do when you make any kind of ad, if you haven't done it before, is always declare your ad category. You are doing a housing ad. I know you're going to say, I'm just telling you about the market. I'm not offering them housing, but you are in Facebook's eyes. Facebook will literally, I mean, right out the gate, deny your ad if you do not put housing, if it has any sniff of real estate about it. So always declare your housing ad. So this campaign is going to be Sean's Market Report video. And you can leave all this stuff alone. You can hit next. And so we're going to send to a website. We are going to leave this stuff alone and we're going to pick a daily budget. Now, I budget is totally up to you. Obviously, the more money you give it, the more it's going to get seen, the more people might actually click on it, that kind of stuff. However, um, think about the audience we're doing was a defined audience. It was only, see, right now it's thinking that the audience is like, I don't know, 231 million people or something because we have it. That's the whole of the United States. But really, when we tell them what we're going to do, which is going to be, I'll do it right now, actually. We're going to do that custom audience, Sean's database, right? And if we had, website visitors in the last year or something, you could also do that. And you could do both of them in the same, but we don't because we just set up this pixel today. Now, it's a very small audience size. And so, honestly, doing $20 a day, you could do that. I would go down to 10 probably. I wouldn't go lower than 10 though, honestly, because this is totally anecdotal, right? And I don't have hard facts on this, but I've been making Facebook ads for a long time. And I feel like 10 is like a nice sweet spot. You could do 20, I think with this kind of audience a little much. I wouldn't go down to 5 though. I feel like you get down there and Facebook just um, doesn't take you seriously, I guess. I kind of see it kind of going up and then around 10, it starts to kind of, I mean, it still goes up, but it levels a little bit more. So I like a 10. Again, you can do whatever. I also usually don't set an end date on mine so that I can just turn it off and on as I like with my toggle over here. However, this is market data that is going to be old in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to set an end date on this because it doesn't make sense to run this forever. So uh, let's just run it for a week. So then he's going to spend 70 bucks on this ad and people are going to see it basically. So the other thing we're going to do is we're going to take it down. We're not going to do it to everybody in the United States. We're going to do it just for people in Portland. Um, again, area. And you don't really need to do, I might do more, a little bigger than that. Get 20 miles. Um, And you can leave the rest of this alone because you can't do it anyway because it's a housing ad. You could do some detailed targeting, but we already have great detailed targeting up here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it alone. Then we're going to click next. And you want to make sure, so we're going to say, we're going to name this ad. What's this? October market report, whatever, so you know what it is. Make sure you have your Facebook page right. If your Facebook page is linked to your Instagram page, it should show up here. I don't think Sean's is. However, if you click use selected page, what will happen is it will also run on Instagram, which is great. It won't be like if your Instagram page is different than your Facebook page in the name, it won't be that. It's going to be whatever your Facebook business page name is, but I think his is actually the same, so it shouldn't be a big deal, but you really should connect your Instagram account. I'm not going to do it because I don't have access to his account right now. Okay, so we're going to do an ad setup. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add our media. So like I said, he made a video and I'm going to upload it right here. And we're going to say next. And you can trim it or do what you want with it. And then you just want to make sure that everything looks okay with all the placements. It will do some enhancing for you too if you want. I always recommend turning that on. The square actually does pretty well in almost every situation. You can do different ones that are for different placements if you want as well, but I'm not going to get into that today. And so that's processing. And then what you're going to do down here is you're going to do a text, which is going to go up here. You're going to do a headline, which is going to go down here. And you could do a description. I don't normally, just because it doesn't even show up on a lot of placements. So let's do the primary text. So you could say the PDX market is still hot, exclamation point. Let's put in some emojis because emojis catch the eye and I really like them. So we'll put some a little fire there. If you want um, an individualized market report, sign up below. I need that to be X. Okay. Maybe a little pointer down, like, hey, below, down there, yo. And the headline is Portland Market Report. Or you could say, if you want to stay in the know, get a individual with that with an individualized market report, sign up below. Make sure my copy looks decent here. And I don't like to go over 3 lines because I don't like the dot, dot, dot. I don't like them to have to expand it or whatever. So now we're going to put in the website URL. Let's get that. Now that we're going to get from KV Core. So if you go to, let me pull that over. Give me just a second. So if we're in KV Core and you go to lead engine and you click build squeeze page, make sure that you're on, in fact, I'll move my face here. So Sean's, like I said, a company admin. This is his agent. If you are an admin of a company or a team, make sure you're building the squeeze page for the correct place you want to do this at. So we're not, we're doing it on his account. And click market report. So Portland, Oregon. Source is going to be a Facebook ad. You could even say Facebook retargeting. So your hashtag might be PDX market report retarget. So I mean, that's kind of long. Maybe just PDX retarget so that that they came from this ad, because basically what's going to happen is if they click on this link and they look at the market report online, it's going to ask them if they've been to your website before. They're just going to be on your website and it's going to know it's them and it's going to add this hashtag to them. If they've never been there, it might ask them to sign in, in which case this hashtag is going to get attached to them. And then you can pull this hashtag later and see, hey, did anybody go to my website after they saw my ad? And if so, make sure they're signed up for a market report. They should be already if they're in your database. You should be sending everybody market reports no matter what. But if they're not, make sure they are. So now let's generate that link. And you're going to get a short link and a long link. If you are making a Facebook ad, do not use the short link. Facebook, it's a kind of like a masked link. Facebook does not like that. It thinks it's shady. It wants to know exactly what's going on with this link. So always give it the long link, if you will. So let's go here. So I'll show you actually, this is over here. If you go to that link, it's going to go here. And then from here, they could hit continue with Facebook or they could continue with their email. And then, like I said, I think I'm probably already in his database, but that will attach there and it's going to load up the market report for Portland, right? And I'm going to be able to see that. And here, if I want to do something different, I can then search for, like, I live in West Lynn, which is a suburb of Portland. I'm like, I want to see that. What's happening there? Oh, interesting. And I can see, some of the recent listings and what's happening there. And then they can also subscribe here if they want to. So that's what you're sending them to. I just thought it'd be important for you to see that. So I'm going to copy that link one more time. I'm going to go back to my ad, put it right here. Now for your display link, so you don't have this really long link, you can just do your website. Now, don't put something else in here. Don't put like pdxisgreat.com or something, because if this display link does not match this URL somewhere, Facebook is going to deny your ad. Just FYI, because it thinks you're being shady again. Okay. And we talked about before we're sending them the website, but you could have them call you. You could do all sorts of different things, but we're going to send them to your website. So now the learn more button, I might change to, I don't know, sign up instead. Where is it at? Because they're signing up um, or subscribe. I guess you could do that. Get access. You could do get access, or um, you could do get access. We'll stick with that and see how that goes. Or you could do sign up. That's the other one. Where did I take it from? Yeah, da. Hang on. Am I going crazy or did it go away? You can also do other options too. Like if you wanted to do another option and then it'll kind of like, you do up to five actually. You could say, find out what is happening in your neighborhood or suburb. Get your own market reports below. Um, it's not giving me emojis. Oh, Facebook. I love Emojipedia. So points down, thumbs down. There we go. Point down. Copy. So basically, if you do more than one option, it'll kind of randomly give it, and whichever one is doing better over time, um, it will go with that one, right? So you can do all of those things as well. Um, yeah. So we're good there with the primary text. I don't know what happened to my headline. It's really weird. Um, oh, I see. I must have turned that off. That's really strange. So I hit the wrong button. Let's do that again. PDX, or let's see, PDX. PDX is our call sign, and that's what everybody uses here. PDX market report. And yeah, so we could do learn more, like I said, or you could do get access, or you could do sign up. So I must, like I said, I must have unclicked that. And that's why it got all wonky for a second. Um, and then we want that URL that disappeared when I made it wonky. I'm sorry, you guys. Put it there. Okay, so now we're good. We've got your sign up, we've got the call to action, we've got a couple of different um, things we can say. And let me just make sure my neighborhood or suburb. Marker part below, below. Okay. So, and then we're done. And so we're going to publish that. Okay. We're going to let that roll. And I was just going to show you guys. I'm not sure if you can hear this because when I am on a webinar and it doesn't always play the sound on my computer, but I'm going to show you real fast. So I won't play the whole thing, but let me go back here. So it's animated as you can see, and I'm gonna pause that. I'm gonna pause this, but um, oh, how do I pause this without pausing myself? Here we go. So basically, he's just kind of going through what's going on with the market. You got a nice graphic here. You got his information. It's a really nice thing to do. And like I said, that video that I put in there earlier shows you how to do this step by step. You can also remove the background here if your video is less than 90 seconds, which his wasn't. So he wasn't able to do that, but you can also do it like a background remover. So you're just kind of heads down there without the square there as well. So I just want to show you guys that. I'm not sure if you could hear it or not, but that's what's playing in the ad. And when you put in an MP4 like that, it will start auto playing in people's feeds. And so that's a good way to get some eyeballs on it, get some clicks. We'll see how this goes. All right. So that was my whole spielio on doing it's processing right now and might take a little while to process and get going, but that's really how you do a retargeting ad on Facebook. You're going to either choose your audience of everybody that's in your database, upload that, or you're going to choose your audience of the people that have been to your website over a certain time, or you could do both, which I would have done both. Like I said, had we had some data um, for Sean's pixel, but we had just set it up this morning. And actually, I'm just going to show you real quick. So we did it this morning. Looks like two people have been to his website since then. So he's got, it's now tracking it. Um, that two people have been there, and we just got to let that run over time. You're going to build up an audience for that you can retarget as well. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. I just wanted to let you know that um, I'm going to not be here the next couple of weeks. I'm taking a little break from doing these, but I'm coming back at the end of the month and I'm going to be starting a 3-part series on marketing your niche in KV Core. The first week, we're going to talk about getting your niche onto your website with custom pages, landing pages, widgets, all that good stuff. The next week, we're going to talk about marketing and getting that out to like get some lead gen off of all that stuff we did on your website. And then the third week, we're going to be talking about following up with those with custom campaigns in KV Core. So I'm going to put some information about that on Facebook as it gets closer, but just want to give you a little taste for what's happening there coming starting at the end of October. Actually, we're going to do it. We're going to start it on the 25th, which is my birthday. So, hope everybody has a great rest of your week and come to, more success meetups and learn more. See you guys soon. Bye.